Hello everybody, it's Jimmy from the Hard Rock Show here. I am here with the Tequila Mockingbird girls, Josie and Jacinta. Thank you very much for coming along.
Thank you.
We're going to we're going to have a chat today about Tequila Mockingbird and what is going on, because there's been some big things. Now, 2018 is a very interesting year in the T-Birds camp.
Yes.
Touring, big gigs, new single, which was magnificent. I loved it, as you both know. Then, bang, 8th of December, Singer Gone.
Yeah.
What was 2018 like for you two overall?
To be honest, we had fun.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
In spite of everything.
Yeah, I mean, band life is always a bit hectic.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen, and you know, you think you're all set and you've got a plan, and then you know there's always a spanner in the works.
Yeah.
So we had an absolute blast. We got to go to new places, play some awesome shows, put out some new music, which was cool. Put out 3 new singles in the end.
Yeah.
Did the tour with The Treatment as well, which
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
So on the whole, it was awesome.
It was just the last little month of the year where changes have happened, and that's cool.
Well, you know, it's one of those things that you kind of don't know how something's going to go sometimes until you do it.
Yeah.
And
because also this lineup got put together very spur of the moment as well. So
yeah, it was, you know, you give it your best shot and put everything into it, and sometimes things just don't work out, you know, for all the want and will in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, we've recorded an album.
Yes, we're going to get to that.
So yeah, the last thing we wanted was to lose a member.
Definitely.
But sometimes life happens, and so it goes.
Absolutely. Now, Angels of Rock, Hard Rock Hell Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, how amazing was that, and how did that come about, and what was the awards ceremony like?
You'll have to answer this one, I can't remember.
yeah.
I reckon you would have had a bit of fun.
This one remembers the drinks more than the night.
Yeah.
So pretty much we saw Johnny, who runs it all, said you guys are nominated, it'd be cool if you could come down. So we drove about 5 hours up to Wales. We're like, all right, see what happens, I guess. Went there, and it was quite a big event, like loads of bands and loads of just people that are into rock, people from the industry. And it was proper, like a well done ceremony with red carpet, stage, and then it came to the Angels of Rock category, and it was us and 3 other bands from the UK, and they played sort of a snippet of each band, just a single of theirs, and eventually they said, and the winner, Tequila Mockingbird, and then we're like, oh,
So you had no
all right
idea?
then.
No idea.
We were just, because the things were like, let's just go there on a whim,
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
night
Good
out.
time.
The bands we were up against were all brilliant bands.
Yeah, it was like Haxon, Amorettes, and Rock Goddess.
Yeah.
And so many people were coming up to me being just like, oh, you know, Rock Goddess is going to get it. And I'm like, I'm just here for the night, to be honest.
Yeah, it was like we were going back to Oz, like, I think the following week.
Yeah.
So we just thought it was an end of tour kind of celebration.
Yeah, why not?
Good night out anyway.
And you ended up picking up an award.
Yeah.
Where's the award?
It's on my mantelpiece at home. My mum's got it decorated. Well, it was decorated in tinsel for Christmas. It was her Christmas decoration.
Nice.
But our house has kind of become a bit of a band squat in the UK for us and a load of other bands that stay when they're over. So it's there.
It's a halfway house for...
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let my mum really say that, but yeah.
I was going to ask you to bring it, but I assumed it'd be back home.
unfortunately,
I wanted to hold it, see what it's like. Anyway.
It's heavy. It's actually quite heavy.
Yeah,
like
it's glass.
Yeah, I thought, like, to be honest, I was like, oh, what's it going to be? But then when he gave it to me, I'm like, oh, okay, you hold this, because I'm the clumsy one. It was a glass one with like the name inscribed.
That's awesome.
Most hard thing to take photos of, because we're trying to take photos. We're taking photos of it backwards, and we got there eventually with it.
That's an awesome award. So very well done on that.
Thank you.
Now, you've got an album done in the can.
Yeah.
I know this because they told me.
Yes.
You've heard it, haven't you?
No, I haven't heard the
Okay.
whole album.
Oh, okay.
No, heard bits.
Right.
Yeah. It's good.
Thank you.
So you got the album in the can, but you don't have a singer.
No.
Right now. So, what is the plan for the album, and what is going on with the singer situation in Tequila Mockingbird?
Well, I think-
this is the big question everyone wants to know.
Before releasing the album, we want to find a singer that's going to stay there.
Yes.
We've got to find the right person.
Yeah.
basically, this news will probably be out by the time this goes out. Well, I hope so, or else I'm in big trouble.
Yes.
But we found ourselves in a very strange situation, really, in that we've got an album in the can, no singer. And then about a month and a half or so ago, I got a message from the singer in a Scottish band who people may or may not have heard of over here, called the Amorettes.
Yep.
Who unfortunately have just happened to have lost their rhythm section at the same time that this rhythm section lost its singer-guitarist.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. So it's very strange how things work out sometimes.
Yeah.
But so we've been talking to Jill, and we are going to fulfil all of the Amorettes commitments for the year, stepping into the Amorettes for their shows.
Yes.
And Jill's going to step into our shows to fulfill our commitments as well, and we're going to see how it goes. And we've also got another guitarist joining us, who is a lady named Laurie Buchanan, who's insanely good.
Yeah.
Plays in a band called Aaron Buchanan and the Cult Classics.
Oh yeah.
Ex-Heaven's Basement.
Yeah, I've spoken to him. Yeah,
his new band, she's the guitarist, and she's going to help us out in between her other commitments as well.
Absolute gun on guitar as well.
Really?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
It's going to be really exciting.
So we're going to a 4-piece.
Yeah.
2 guitars.
Yeah.
Twin guitar battles.
Yeah.
We might as well. We're shaking things up, you know.
Yeah.
And we've always wanted to see how the song sounded as a 4-piece, because you do get that extra oomph.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
And I think the thing is, when so many bands that we play with are either 4-piece or 5-piece,
Yeah.
and when you start playing bigger stages and bigger gigs, you can hear the difference when it's 3 members, and sometimes it's a lot of pressure. And all the people that have been in the band doing single guitar, they've always been able to handle it.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of pressure on one person to play guitar and sing, and sometimes certain bits of certain songs, just you can do a lot more if there's a second guitar by adding dual harmonies and all of that. And so we figured, well, we're changing things, why not try it? And I'm excited. It'll sound a lot more full, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how's that going to affect the album being recorded though?
So we've got to watch this space for all of that. The intention is obviously still to put the album out. We will re-record the vocals and re-record the guitars.
Right.
So we'll have 2 guitarists giving it their all, and they're both amazing guitarists.
Yeah,
and they're both quite different as guitarists as well. So it's cool because they're not going to come up with the same ideas.
No.
So it's going to be really interesting seeing how that all works. And hoping to put out some new music in time for the UK summer.
Yeah, which is coming up.
Yeah.
These big festivals and stuff that they're on, which we're going to get to. All right, well that's pretty big news actually. And like you say, hopefully it's out already by the time this goes to air.
Yeah, it's going on
Otherwise
Monday,
it's an exclusive. That's going to be really interesting to see how that change comes together.
Yeah.
So you've obviously rehearsed with...
Nah.
Just go.
It's all right.
That's how it tends to go. It was the same last time.
Last time I think we met Louisa 4 days before our first gig with her, which was at the O2 Arena in London.
That's right. It was just straight in.
Yeah, so we've got a bit more time this time, a bit of runway before. Jacinta gets to England in June.
Early June,
so we're doing there's a few Amoret shows before then, so Laurie's going to play bass for those.
Okay,
And then move over to guitar once Jacinta arrives.
Nice.
And then we've pretty much got shows up until November, December booked.
It's all happening. Non-stop, really. Just like these little hurdles get in your way and you just smash them down and keep going.
Yeah.
Well, like,
awesome.
everything happens for a reason, I think.
Yeah.
And as much as we'd all love to form a band with our best mates at school and take it all the way,
it's hard.
life isn't like that. Things get in the way, and if you still want to do it though, and you believe in what you're doing, there's no reason why you can't. There's plenty of people out there who do want to do it. So
you just keep going.
You've got to find them. Yeah.
Nice. Now, you kind of answered this question a minute ago, but I'll go over it again. So, Josie, you're flying back to the UK next week.
Yeah.
Jacinta, I was going to ask you when you're going, but
June
now I know.
6th,
June, right. So tell everyone out there about the gigs and festivals you've got booked. I know you sort of went over them, but what have you know the dates off the top of your head? And venues?
It's hard enough for remembering your own band. Now I've got to remember another band's dates.
Oh yeah, of course. You've got 2 bands to remember. Well, what's going on over there?
For Tequila, we've got Hard Rock Hell, which will be awesome. I think we're headlining stage 2 for that festival, which will be amazing.
Yeah.
Always a good time.
Yeah.
It's run by our record label.
Yes.
And Buck Cherry, Doro. I love Doro. So who else?
Snyder.
Dee Snyder. I think Michael Monroe. So
wow.
yeah, it's a fun lineup to be on.
Yeah. And when you're at places like that, do you get to meet all those people? Is it hard to sort of get to them?
Yeah, sometimes. It depends. It often depends how that particular festival's set up, or if you're on the same day.
Yeah.
But sometimes you might see them walking around or rushing about.
With Hard Rock Hell, like usually yes, because they've got a very small backstage area,
Yeah.
so you basically get backstage for half an hour before you play and half an hour afterwards,
Yeah.
and then you're shoved out with everybody. So everyone's just having a good time and mingling, and yeah.
That's awesome. All right. You can't remember all the rest of them. That's okay.
Oh, we can go through some more if you want.
No. We'll put them up on the screen.
Okay.
Andrew will do some editing and put them up on the screen.
Cool.
There's
Thanks,
a lot
Andrew.
from what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with it, but like I look at the page and every day
You can
there's
barely keep up with it.
Yeah,
crazy. When can Australia expect to see Tequila Mockingbird on stage again?
as soon as we possibly viably can. So we would love nothing more than to come and play shows over here.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's tough now, especially with having two members who are UK based.
Yeah.
And we're kind of going to be UK based from a few months' time. Because just airfares alone, you're talking about $8,000.
Yep.
And then those girls have to then get visas and stuff as well, because it's like, we can play here no problem, but for them there's a whole legal process now that has to come after it.
So it's definitely, I think this year we're probably going to focus on smashing it out of the park and getting everything tight and work out exactly what's happening, like whether, what the future is for the bands.
Yeah, because you've got to make sure it works first,
Exactly.
really, don't you?
We don't want to go and commit to stuff.
Because right now it's more so we have dates, they have dates.
Yeah.
Neither of us want to give up those dates, so let's see what happens.
So we're gonna see how it goes, and my initial gut feeling and the vibe from talking to everybody is really, really good.
We've all met each other quite a few times as well, so
but until we've never even jammed together right now, so we don't want to go and start promising a 10-year world tour. But I think it's all kind of aligning nicely, and hopefully sometime next year that means that we
might be back.
Yeah, it would be amazing to do it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
because it's almost like now you are basically an overseas band really now, because three, you're the one that's sort of been here permanently.
Yeah,
you've been backwards and forwards, and the others are all over.
I spent more time last year in England than I did here.
Yeah, really.
So.
And it's not, Australia's an awesome place, and the music scene over here is brilliant.
Yeah.
No matter, I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
It is a brilliant scene. There's nowhere else in the world, I don't think, where you could go and see so many gigs at such a high level every night of the week. But the one thing it has against it is purely the scale and the population density.
Sizes.
So
people,
it's just from a pure mathematical perspective.
It's difficult.
We have to kind of stay in the UK until we can actually, pull enough heads and command a fee that makes it viable to do a tour.
Understandable. That's how it's done, see? It's not just jumping on a plane and just rocking up. You've got all this other stuff as well. Okay, girls. Now, Andrew Brown, my good friend at the Hard Rock Show, has sent through a couple of questions. One of them is Barcelona.
Yes.
The band FM got robbed recently. Massive nearly got robbed, I think.
Yeah.
You girls did get robbed.
Yeah.
What was that all about, and how hard is it going through Europe as a touring musician, safety-wise and gear-wise? Yeah,
that was probably a low point of the tour.
So, the way it all happened is you're doing all these shows, you go there, you're told this is where you're meant to be parking.
Yeah.
It's opposite a police station, it's outside the hotel, it's secure.
Opposite a police station.
Yeah, police are patrolling. And we're like, sweet. The van, you go and get a van that's blacked out, separate compartment for gear,
All the windows boarded up.
tinted, everything, can't see a thing.
Right.
And then some people see Great Britain sticker. We think that there might be a chance of something special being in there. Let's smash the windows and see what we can get. And in that, the van was actually only parked there about maximum 2 hours. We got to the hotel, checked in. Within probably an hour into our sleep, the hotel guy downstairs is knocking on our door saying the police are with your van. I'm there like a fool saying to myself, well, hopefully they just smashed the front of the window. Yeah, if only. We rock up downstairs, glass everywhere, police are there, they're about to lift the thing up. The back window that they had, because to get into the back compartment of where the gear was, the only way you could do that is by smashing the back window, which was only half like 30 centimeters high.
Yeah.
Smashed that, somehow crawled in there. I don't know if they got a child to get in there or what.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Looked in, and guitars and heads and all that gone.
Shit.
And
Yeah.
that was, I think, day 4 of the 40-day tour.
Drums?
Drums, I was so lucky. I think because they only had that much of a window to get out, and my pedal got taken, my stick bag and my cowbell and all that jazz in it. My floor tom went.
Oh.
They took my floor tom, but luckily...
How'd they get that through
I don't know. They got the floor tom. I think they must have just squeezed it out. But thank God they didn't get my cymbals, because the cymbals alone would have
worth a fortune.
half a kidney.
And you lost your
My bass.
favourite bass.
Yeah, because me and my dad went and got that bass together. So that's kind of crap.
Yeah.
And also I remember when we were looking into it, and it was sort of looking what was gone, and I'm staring and I'm like, no, my bass isn't gone, it's there. And I'm just like, who you fooling, mate? It's gone. And
That's
the
devastating.
annoying thing of it is we had, I had it insured, everything, and the thing is, it wasn't covered for overnight. And even still, it's like, can you justify it as overnight? Because it wasn't a long period of time, but...
Oh, so because it was only there for like 2 hours?
Yeah, but it was night time. Yeah.
Man.
And the thing is, it's like you go through, and I know now personally, I've sort of, well, all of us have the mentality of, if something is important to you, whether it's financially or sentimentally, it will be important to someone else. Someone else will see worth in it. So now guitars and stuff, always take it out. Like my guitar doesn't leave my sight now.
The rest of the tour, like the rest of the 40 dates, every single gig, we took everything.
Yeah.
All the merch.
Jeez, that would have been fun.
All the, after you play, you drive all day, load in, play a gig.
There's only
load
3 of
out.
us as well, so...
And we loaded everything, entire back line into the hotel room. Travel Lodge thought nuts. So what are you doing?
But the thing is,
band practice.
The thing is, you take certain precautions like parking outside a police station, getting a specific kind of van, and you think not going to happen to eliminate needing to load things in. But your point is, take your guitars with you always.
Yeah. What were the coppers doing? What were they having to sleep or?
I don't know. Apparently, when we went and reported it, obviously the next morning, they said, yes, we saw your van parked outside and we thought, that's a bad idea. And we're like, but nobody says...
You never think.
You don't know. And also, we arrived there pitch black and the hotel looked really nice.
It looked really nice, Wait, come daytime, we're like, where are we right now?
Yeah, we were so excited to stay at this hotel with a swim pool.
Yeah.
And we only had like a couple of hours to drive the next day, so we're like, wicked, we can get up early, go for a swim.
Yeah, have a rest.
This is living the dream.
Yeah, we got up early, or I got up early to go to the police station.
But then in the cold light of day, walking to the police station, which was literally 100 metres across the road, and it was literally like a slum ghetto.
And what's worse is,
holes and things.
and apartment blocks being taped up with tape, and then everyone escorted out, police, proper machine gun.
So you're staying in the middle of that?
Yeah.
It's like a war zone.
And what's more ridiculous about it is, we didn't book this accommodation. Someone booked it. And it's like, personally.
And they've put you in the middle of a war zone.
Yeah, so I messaged him. I said, look, please in future don't put
It's
bands in here.
it's like here you kind of know where to book bands, like, and where not to. You wouldn't necessarily put a band up in the Gatwick.
No.
So
No.
yeah.
That is amazing. What a story.
Yeah, well, even the police said to us, they said, look, stop worrying about your gear right now. You guys are lucky that you guys weren't in the van.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah, 'cause
right.
some
Imagine that.
bands have someone sleep in the van.
Yeah, to
And-
keep
But I
an
think
eye
that
on
would
it.
have been
He flat out
worse
said
idea.
to us they've had guns and knives. So
Yeah.
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 But long story short, no one got hurt, and
Yeah.
people were amazing.
Yeah.
They clubbed together, I think within 48 hours, we pretty much had
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
to replace everything, which
Yeah,
was
that was good.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So thank you
Yeah.
to everyone. We can't say enough to who donated to the crowdfunder.
Yeah, exactly.
Saved our skin. Thank you.
And so, is that kind of your experience of touring through Europe? Were there many other similar places like that, or is it just sort of Barcelona, or how safe is it?
Well, we were so paranoid after that.
Yeah,
so
I suppose you were really safe after that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I might be just a paranoid person, but I tend to be extremely wary of people everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think also people from certain areas have a different way of how they approach people,
Yeah.
and to me it might appear, oh, this person's a bit creepy.
Yeah.
But I think if you're just wary of everywhere you go and everyone, as you would be.
Yeah, just
I
if
think
you're a
just
normal
have
tourist.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think.
Okay.
But I think also another thing to keep in mind is, given that we are 3 girls, it's not like we have some big road crew with us. I think it is a bit more of it can potentially be a bit more of a target, regardless of wherever you are, whether it's England, Australia, Europe, wherever you are. I think if people do know it's 3 girls touring on their own and all, that's where they're going. I think it could.
Yeah.
But I think that's when you have to sort of use your own common sense of, right, I'm not going to go off with this random person who seems a bit dangerous and might spike my drink. You use your same mentality as you would on a night out. Or
That makes sense.
yeah.
That's good advice. Very good advice. Now, one last question for this part of this interview is, what do you want to say to all the fans out there? Because there's a lot of people here, especially, that keep up to date with what you guys are doing and all the issues you had.
Yeah.
And things are now sort of starting to turn, the wheels turning, and we're going to get back into it. So what do you want to say to the fans out there, to people out there? And in Europe as well, because this is going all over the world.
Well, you know what?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for following things, because the thing is, the people here could literally have just gone, well, stuff them. They don't play here much.
Yeah.
Stuff, they've forgotten where they're from. But
They don't like us anymore.
yeah.
That's really
My parents haven't even seen us. So
Oh, really?
Nah.
We're going to have to change that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
thank you very much for sticking with us and all of the hoo-ha that comes with it all.
And just even just being supportive in general, like so many posts that we make, whether it's a single, whether it was looking for a new singer or regardless of what it is, they get shared, they get heaps of comments and likes. So the thing is, people don't have to do that.
No.
So yeah, thank you for all of that, engaging with the band.
Excellent. Very appreciative, girls. I wish you all the best for 2019. It's going to be a very interesting year.
Thanks.
We're going to virtually bring 2 bands together and form one. And it's going to be hopefully like a super group thing and awesome. And there's an album and tour. So, and then if we hassle them hard enough and we help them, they might be able to come back here. So keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Talk soon.